Hello and welcome. Today I want to introduce the concept that learning is a program that it repeats itself. Now it's one of those things, as you get through life, it's just one of the realities. You never stop learning. And it's so important to understand that in business it is exactly the same. It's like you read about something, you apply it, you see it in action, you learn from the practical experience of doing it, and then you go back to reading again. And even if you read the same thing, you'll get a different thing out of it because you have experienced the exercise of doing the activity. Now, it's one of those cyclical things. It just continues on all the time. And it's important to make sure that you do it all the time. It's very easy to get trapped into just sitting down and doing what you know when you're in business and just repeating the same thing all the time. But you need to think about the learning aspect too, that you never reach a point where you know what is happening. We live in a world that is changing all the time. And these days especially, it is changing so fast that you can't rest and just not think about it. You have to be actively all the time, focusing on the learning aspect of what you're doing. And so I encourage you to just remember that there is a cycle in learning, and doing is part of the cycle. Reading and understanding what you're doing is part of the cycle. And revisiting it again is part of the cycle. Because when you come around, time has elapsed. Things will have changed, or just simply you have become more aware of areas that you hadn't appreciated you needed to be aware of before. So I encourage you to think about that learning is a cycle. But it's an enjoyable cycle too, because the more you learn, the more empowered you feel about your ability to achieve. So it's not something to be frightened of either. It's something that you can really be motivated by. So just be aware of that when you're going through your daily routine and your activities. That it is an ongoing thing, and if you're being responsible with the work that you're doing, it is an important part of what you're doing. So thank you for spending the time to watch this. I've got a blog, andrewharwood.com, where I have got a whole lot of information, a whole host of information that can help you with your journey with what you're doing. And I'd just like to thank you for coming along to watch this, for watching this today, and visit my blog at andrewharwood.com. And all the best for your success.